Hello, friend. Welcome to your yoga practice. Thank you for showing up. Today, we're going to focus on our shoulders and our core. We're going to start at the back of our mat, and we're just going to get going and start breathing, setting our intentions. Arms down at our side. Take a few minutes to settle here if you need to. Your intention can be whatever you want: strength, discipline, focus, gratitude. This is your practice. Raise your arms up to the sky, deep breath in. And let's just arch our back a little bit forward. Not quite a forward fold, but close. Breathe in all the way back up, reach up. And let's arch back a little bit. Breathe in back to the top. Reach over to your right side and back up to the top. And reach over to the left side, stretching that side body. And let's breathe in back up to the top. Twist open to the left and back to the top. Twist open to the right and back to the top. It's great to twist that spine and move it in all 6 directions. Bring your hands to heart center. Let's go ahead and get started. Exhale down to forward fold. Inhale up to flat back. Spread those collarbones apart. And crawl your way all the way down to plank. Crawl up to the front of your mat. Breathe in with an upward facing dog. Breathe out slowly back to downward facing dog. Let's just breathe here for a few seconds. Just waking things up. Any movements are okay. Let's make our way. Walk up to the top of your mat. Inhale up to a flat back. Exhale down to forward fold. Uttanasana. Reach up, rise all the way up. Hands down to heart center. Now let's go back. Reach all the way back up again. Exhale all the way down to forward fold. Inhale up to flat back. Ardha Uttanasana. And step back to plank. Breathe in to up dog. And exhale all the way back to downward facing dog. Stretch out your individual legs a little bit. Bend into your right knee. Bend into your left knee. Just stay breathing. Now slowly walk your hands back to your feet. Your hands to your feet. Up to flat back. Exhale to forward fold. Inhale, reach up, rise all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Breathe in, reach all the way up. Exhale down to forward fold. We're going to start adding on to that sequence. Breathe in, up to flat back. And exhale, slowly walk your way up to the front, the top of your mat, into a plank. We're going to stay here in this plank for 5 breaths. Breathe in, breathe out. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Really keep that core tight. Breathe in and exhale down, Chaturanga Dandasana. And inhale up to upward facing dog. Exhale all the way back to your down dog. 3 breaths here. And then we're gonna add on a little dolphin pose. Lower down to your forearms and let your elbows hit. Your forehead should be just above your mat. Keep your knees nice and straight. Keep your core engaged. Let's do one more breath. And on your next inhale, rise back up to downward facing dog. One more breath. And on your exhale, walk up to the top of your mat. Flat back. Forward fold. Reverse swan dive. Reach up, rise up. Hands to heart center. Take a second here and find your breath. Let's go ahead and reach all the way up. We're going to go back now. Swan dive down, forward fold. Up to flat back. Adha Uttanasana. Back down to our plank. Step back to plank. We're staying here for 5 seconds. Make sure you're sucking that belly button back to your spine, keeping your core engaged. Breathe. Relax all your facial expressions. Relax your jaw. Spread your fingers all the way down. Really connect with the earth here. Exhale down, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale to upward facing dog. Exhale, back to downward facing dog. Stay here for 3 breaths. And then we're going to lower down into dolphin pose again. Down onto your elbows. Keep breathing. Keep that core engaged. You are incredibly strong and you know it. Let's just do one more breath. Come back up. And slowly walk your hands to your feet. Lift up to half forward fold. Down all the way to full forward fold. Reverse swan dive all the way back to where we started. Hands all the way up. Exhale, hands at prayer, heart center. Let's keep going. Reach up, rise up. All the way back down. Drishti's at your belly button. Lift up to half. And walk your hands all the way to the top of your mat. We're going to stay here in plank for 5 seconds. But this time we're going to lift up our right foot. Keep your leg nice and straight. Your core is going to be engaged. Try to keep your balance as even as possible. Focus on your breath. Keep breathing. Lower down. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. 3 breaths here. Inhale down to your forearms, dolphin pose. Stay here for 3 breaths. Just breathe in and breathe out. That's all you need to do. Stay breathing. Let's go ahead and take one more breath. Inhale up. Step up to the top of your mat. Inhale to flat back. Exhale to forward fold. Inhale all the way up. Reach up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Take this second, reach up, rise up. Let's focus on our intention again. Bring it back. As we exhale, forward fold. What is our intention? Inhale up to flat back. We're going to exhale and step all the way back again. Staying here for 5 seconds. Let's lift our left leg this time. Nice and firm in your core, engaging all of your muscles, pushing your feet down, your foot down onto the mat, pushing your hands down onto the mat, focusing on your breath. Your face is nice and relaxed. One more breath. Let's lower all the way down, Chaturanga Dandasana. Upward facing dog to downward facing dog. Keep breathing. This is your time to recover. If your shoulders are feeling a little burning, go ahead and skip your dolphin this time. Walk your hands back to your feet, up to flat back. Exhale, downward, down, forward fold. Inhale, hands all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Breathe in, hands all the way up. Exhale, all the way down. Up to flat back. Walk your hands forward to the top of your mat. Find a plank pose. We're going to go over to the side. It's okay if you get a little wobbly and fall over. Find that side plank. Reach your fingertips as high to the sky as you can. Lift your hips as high into the sky as you can. Find your breath. Exhale down. All the way down. Breathe in to upward facing dog. Exhale back to downward facing dog. Stay here. Focus on your breath. Feel your belly button rise and fall. Let's just take one more breath. Lower down to dolphin. This puts a different emphasis onto a different part of your shoulders. Come back up, downward dog. One breath. Walk all the way up to your hands. Inhale to flat back. Exhale to forward fold. Reverse swan dive. Breathe in all the way up. Reach up. Exhale, hands to heart center. One more time. Let's breathe in all the way up. Exhale all the way down. Breathe in up to flat back. Nice and wide shoulders. Exhale, back to plank. Now we're going to do the other side. So breathe in. Reach your right hand all the way up into the sky. Or if you did left hand last time, then you do right hand. If you did right hand, do left hand. Just make sure you rotate. Reach your hand as high up to the sky as you can. Keep your hip as high into the sky as you possibly can. and focus on your breath. Exhale your hand down, all the way down. Breathe in, upward facing dog. Exhale back to downward facing dog. Stay here, keep breathing. Lower down to dolphin pose. 3 more breaths. Breathe in, breathe out. Let's do 1 more breath. Deep breath in, deep breath out. On the next breath in, let's move back up to downward facing dog. 1 breath here. On our next inhale, let's walk our hands to our feet, all the way up to flat back. Exhale to forward fold. Reverse swan dive, breathe in all the way up, reach up. Exhale, hands to heart center. You're doing great. You are so incredibly strong. Let's reach up 1 more time. Let's exhale back down. Breathe in up to flat back, support on the mat or on your shins. And exhale, walk your hands to the top of your mat. We're going to do plank again. This time we're going to go over to the side. Left hand's reaching all the way up. Let's lift our back leg up with our next breath in. And exhale our arm to the front of the room. Let's breathe. Stay focused. Embrace the wobbliness. Exhale everything back down, all the way down to chaturanga. Breathe into up dog. And exhale all the way back down to downward facing dog. Really embrace your shaking, your wobbling, you may be sweating. The fire inside you is burning. Let's lower down to dolphin and stay focused on our hard work. Make sure we're remembering what our intention is. Let's take another breath. And on our next inhale, lift back up to downward facing dog. 1 more breath here. Inhale, walk your hands to the top of your mat, up to a flat back. Exhale to forward fold, really stretch. Inhale, reverse swan dive, hands all the way up, reach up. Exhale to heart center. Let's go back. Breathe in, hands up. Exhale, swan dive to forward fold. Inhale to flat back, shoulders nice and low. Exhale, back to plank. We're going to go over to the side, reach your right hand all the way up as you inhale. Exhale. Inhale, lift your leg. Exhale, drop your right hand over your ear. Your right shoulder over your ear, rather. And just breathe. Keep reaching to the front of your mat. Reach as far forward as you can. Let's exhale now. All the way back down to a low plank. All the way up to our upward facing dog. Back to downward facing dog. Your core is the source of our inner strength. Your core is the source of all the stability in our body. Down to dolphin again. Keep breathing. Keep breathing. Let's go ahead and raise back up to downward facing dog on your next inhale. Slowly walk your hands back to your feet. Inhale up to flat back. Exhale to forward fold. Really stretch. Breathe in, reach up, rise up. Exhale your hands to heart center. Let's just take a couple breaths here and reflect on that hard work, that effort. Reflect on that discipline. Take a second to show some gratitude to yourself. And just breathe in. And just breathe out. You're not responsible for anything else but your breath. Reach your hands all the way up. Exhale down to a forward fold. Inhale up to flat back. Exhale, walk your hands all the way up to the top of your mat for a plank. Lower all the way down to your chest. Lift up just your chest for a little baby cobra. Now we want to work our backs just a little bit. And lower back down. Inhale up to a baby cobra. Push your legs down to the mat. And exhale your forehead down to the ground. Maybe we want to inhale up, one more baby cobra. Maybe lift your feet off the ground. And exhale. Maybe inhale, arms all the way back. A full lotus pose maybe. Exhale all the way down. Breathe in, up, exhale down. Rise up to tabletop and rise all the way back to a child's position. Come back to your intention. Come back to your breath. This is your time. This is your time to reflect. This is your practice. Thank yourself for being here. Show gratitude to yourself. Take a second to think about other things in your life that you're grateful for. Just keep breathing. On your next inhale, come all the way up to a tabletop. Take a second, adjust yourself, get your knees underneath your hips. Make sure your hands are right underneath your shoulders. No big deal. We really just want to take a second to align ourselves. Still focusing on our breath. Reach your right hand all the way out and swing it all the way in front and place your elbow on top of your left hand. And lower your shoulder all the way down to your mat. Lower the side of your head down to the mat and just breathe. Really just let your shoulders stretch. Just focus on your breath. Focus on the sensation in your shoulder. That's your only job. The only thing that you absolutely need to do. Let's go ahead and take a breath. Come all the way back up to tabletop. Align yourself. Let's do the other side. Reach your left hand all the way out next to you and reach it across your body and place your left elbow on top of your right hand. Lower your shoulder down to the mat. Rest your head down onto the mat and just breathe. Try to soften your upper body. If you need more stability, you can tuck your toes if you have to. But just breathe. We just spent a lot of time in plank and focusing on our shoulders. We want to give some love to our shoulders in a much more gentle way now. Breathe in, come back up to tabletop. Readjust. Roll your shoulders out a little bit if you want. Now I want you to reach your right arm out, but tuck it through. Thread the needle underneath your arm this time. And really reach out to the left side of your mat. Your elbow should be directly underneath your torso. And just breathe into your shoulder. Send all of your breath to that right shoulder, thanking it for all the support it gives you. And just focus on your breath. Breathe in, come back up, tabletop. When you're coming up, really focus on lifting with your other arm. Reach your left arm out, thread it underneath. Keep your right arm grounded. Set your shoulder down, set your ear down, and just melt your upper body onto the mat. Keep your right arm grounded to the mat. Don't strain or push, but just stay grounded. Focus here for about 5 breaths. This is your practice. If you want to stay here for 10 breaths, this is your practice. I just want to guide you through it. Sometimes it's easier to have somebody telling you what to do. Support through your right arm. Breathe in, come back up to tabletop. Let's do some cat-cow. Breathe in as you look up. Breathe out. Breathe in one more time. And let's breathe out down to our cat. Arch your back. Really lift your belly button. Take an extra breath here. Breathe in all the way back up to our cow pose. Really drop your belly. Look as far up as you can. And back down to cat. Really lift your belly button. Focus on the sensation. Come back to center. Take just a second. I want you to cross your feet over and just sit back and find a nice easy seat. Put your hands back behind you. Point your fingertips to the back of your mat and just slowly open up your chest. You can have your feet planted on the bottom. Have your feet planted onto your mat. You can cross your legs. You can put the bottom of your feet together if you want to get added hip opener. And just stay here and breathe, but focus on opening your chest and really stretching the front of your shoulders. Really right across the top front of your shoulders. Shoulders should be going down. Really think about reaching your head and as high to the ceiling as you can. Keep breathing. Go ahead and release, bend your elbows a little bit, maybe tuck your chin down, stretch the back of your neck. Really shift that stretching around. Slight little movements around are really going to give you a good idea of where your stretching is needed. Come back up to center, an easy seated position. Cross your feet into a lotus position or just any type of a comfortable seated position for you. I'm going to turn towards you so you can kind of see what I'm doing a little bit better. Nice straight spine. Reach up. Hands down to heart center. Reach all the way up again. And I want you to cross your left arm across onto your right knee and use your right arm still up in the air, but reach over to the left side of your body. Really good side body stretch. This is going to help to engage our core and our shoulders together. So come all the way down to prayer hands, heart center again. Reach up as far as you can. Let's go to the other side. Take your right arm and reach it all the way across to your left knee. And let your left arm dive over to the right side, stretching your side body. And just breathe into that sensation. Reach all the way up, hands down to heart center. Just breathe. This is your time to focus on your breath. This is your time to give gratitude. Just breathe. Inhale all the gratitude. Exhale the gratitude. Breathe in the acceptance of who you are and breathe out the acceptance of who you are. This is your time to finish your practice. If you want to turn and lay down, do a nice corpse pose or a shavasana, please do. Focus on your breath. Nice, easy, mellow breath. Feel the air entering your nose and down your throat, all the way into your lungs. And feel yourself constrict and send the air all the way back up through your nose again. I want to thank you. Keep practicing. It's incredibly important for you to follow through. Thank you so much. Please stay here for as long as you need. I hope to see you guys next time. Namaste.